Man, wait till that 5G come on deck. Whew. We'll get into that topic later. Oh man. Listen. This is the topic. This is going to be the topic. It's H2O, man. I know it's like, wow. Water. What a topic. How boring. I know. But listen, it's really not. Water is very important. Let's bust down what hydrogen 2 oxygen is, man. Right? Well, we're only made up 80% of it, right, in our bodies. And then only a lot of the world is covered in it, right? And we needed to live, yada, yada, yada. However, alright, every water that you drink or that you intake isn't pure. We know that distilled water is the supercharged water that takes all the negative out of your body. However, you don't want to over distill yourself because too much of anything is never good for you. We all know this. You have to do things in moderation. You have to create the balance, the ultimate balance, the key. And now, so water is very important. You know what this is. If you don't, then you need to get help. I'll explain. That's the Holy Grail. At the center, where the green light shoots out, where the living waters are going to birth you out of this place into the perpetual twilight. Because if you're born in your mom's stomach, you're conceived and birthed out of her waters. Those are living waters, the embryonic fluid. So you're birthed from that to this, and from this to there. This is how it goes. But water is what? It's a doorway. It is a conduit. It's this. It's that. Water is a lot of different things. Remember that? We talked about so much stuff before in these previous videos. And it's like, come on. It can be a body. It resides in a body. It reacts to sound and wind. Heat, force of impact can be programmed. You know, water is it's conscious. You know, it has memory, and it can be slow or fast. Like, so it can be polluted, or it can be distilled, which is the purest of water, which strips bad stuff, bad minerals from your body, like inorganic stuff. Remember we talked about inorganic minerals like iron and like just like magnesium and stuff like that. Well, you want to get those type of minerals from plants. You know, everything you want to get should be bioavailable in the elemental. You know, now if you get if you ingest raw gold that you find as a nugget, because gold is actually soft, you can crush it up with a mortar and pestle. I would want to imagine it's very soft, precious metal, and you put that in either like some distilled water for certain, because like when you do stuff like that, you will want to use distilled water like pomegranate juice, something that everything must be distilled that you use. You want the purest of the pure. If you're going to mix it with the purest of the pure, you don't. Why would you want to cut? You know, that doesn't make sense. Why would you want to make something that is pure and then turn it into an impurity, you know, and then intake it? That just makes no sense to me. You want the raw. So like intake of good citrus, what is that? That's definitely a source of water. It juice. Your citrus or any fruit. Why? Because it's going to definitely give you all those minerals you need: calcium, potassium, zinc, iron. You'll even get your hydration, hydrogen. You feel me? You'll get your magnesium. You will get all of that because that is in the chlorophyll. You know what it is. In a hemo. And a chlorophyll, huh? You know what it is. So that's the bioavailable, and with the plant's body, okay, they are like a filtration system. Now, do they distill the water or the juice that you intake? No. They just change it on an elemental level so that it can reside in your waters and not pollute your waters. You see? Because look, this is what happens, man. Alright? You intake stuff that breaks down in water or that changes its molecular structure due to being in a large body of water. What changes water's molecular structure? Salt. Salt is a metal and it is also water soluble. You mix that with electricity and a whole bunch of artificial light and bad eating, color, junk food and stuff like that. It's just like your emergency broadcasting station, you know. This is what it comes to right here. Your everything, it becomes like completely tainted and destroyed, and it's the degradation. You know what I mean? This is definitely what is happening. I told you, you're like 1/4 of everything's 1/4 of what it used to be, man. This is, whew, man, and it all has to do with water though. Because look, all right, your water, it reacts to the sound. On these on this next tape, I'm gonna try to cut this one short. I know I've been out the loop, but I'm getting stuff for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I do this in the name of the light, you know, and in the name of the getting to the Grail at the center, man, the Holy Grail, man. You gotta get that, right? Because that's what it's really about, and it's pretty much on everything, dead in your face daily, but you're so gone you can't see it. This is why. All of this shit right here, bam bam, got you gone. You're not L even, you're not on the 11, you know, you're not on the and all this process, this whole process right here, this is what happens. Water moves from your body to the brain, okay? And then it's not even, then you gotta ask yourself, okay, well, all the bullshit in the food and what's being bred here, right? Okay, that's the degradation. What solution is the brain even sitting in the first place? It's not sitting in regular protoplasm no more. Because why? Your brain would have shrunk. You are what you eat. If you eat a bunch of bullshit and you also don't exercise and sweat that shit out, this is what happens. And you wonder why people walk around with swollen heads. Man, dude's head's big as hell. Yeah. Water on the brain. That is it. Right? Neck bent over. Can't look up straight ever. Spine, neck bent. Why? Gone off the flat screen. Thoughts not their own. This is how it should be. Where your thoughts come off and your transients to come out of your mouth are your own. But they're not. This is what happens. This is a process. And it's all because of water being tainted in your body. You see? It's the elements that attract themselves and they stick. And hydrogen, you know, and H2O, alright, they pull different things together. And if you drink something within yourself, you know, there's different like organs that represent certain stuff. But right now we're gonna focus on what? The water organs, which would be kidneys and the bladder. Your bladder is the waste organ that gets rid of your dirty water. Your kidneys have to filter that stuff out. You still go through a process. That's the stomach. That's the fire. Large and small intestine. There's also water in your shit when you take a dump. You're number 2. Okay. You know, if you have dry stools, it'll be hard. That's called constipation because you're dehydrated. You know, so it's crazy. It's crazy how this works. Water is definitely the source though, and it is the key. You know, water and electricity is the key. You know, that distilled water will definitely heal you and strip out bad stuff, but you don't want to overdo it because it's super acidic. And you want to have like a balanced uh, pH in your body. You don't want to be too acidic and you don't want to be too alkaline, right? Because we know that too much acid will eat through something, right? And that's like some heavy stuff. So I'm gonna wrap this tape up real quick, and I'm gonna get these examples of water, and we'll get back into this topic on a part 2. I'll catch you on the flip real quick.